for legal reasons, she's going to get as far away from my speech as she humanly possibly can. Okay, so the first thing I want to bring up is you need to stop Coach Custer from bullying Derek Dyer's 10th grade daughter. This is your last warning. Don't do it. Coach Custer has been reported by multiple parents for bullying children at Clear Spring High School. It needs to stop. Anybody that's having problems with coaches, teachers, or anybody who's afraid to go to the school board and come up here and speak, I will take on the burden of doing it for you. You can email me any information you have about problems you're having with WCPS at the hands of David Savine at justthetips@usa.com. I will be glad to forward it to the board. If they don't take care of it, then I will come in here and it will be not a good situation. Anyhow, I'd like to thank all the voters that threw the scumbags out that were causing all the problems. I would like to reiterate that I don't like Dr. David Savine. I would like to warn all the parents listening to this right now. Dr. David Savine, instead of hiring from within and promoting from within WCPS, has been going to Montgomery County to hire principals. The reason why is that's where you find gay communist groomers like Mr. Putt in Frederick County, Virginia. You may have seen on the news where a principal was promoted from teacher directly to principal by Dr. David Savine, a guy by the name of Putt. That was before Dr. David Savine left Frederick County Public Schools and came to Washington County Public Schools. And Mr. Putt set up a LGBTQ plus flex class, and it was for love of LGBT whatever. I'm not into acronyms. It's ridiculous. This class was essentially a counselor that Putt put in charge, talking to 11, 12, and 13-year-old boys at the middle school Putt was in charge of about gay sex. So you have a mid-40s counselor talking about cocksucking with 11, 12, and 13-year-old boys. I don't think that's appropriate, but that is par for the course with Dr. David Savine. And he's continuing to do that in WCPS. All these problems you're having with principals that think they can do whatever they want, violate people's civil rights, defame people by having them removed from sporting events under threat of arrest. I mean, it's ridiculous. You guys, your attorney is either incompetent or is not paying attention. The amount of tortious actions going on at WCPS it's really remarkable how stupid and ignorant Dr. David Savine has been running the day-to-day operations in conjunction with the last board. Again, I would like to thank the citizens of Washington County for voting them the hell out of office. They had no business being near our children, trying to groom them to grow up to be LGTB whatever plus individuals for no reason. Right now, going viral on Facebook, I know you don't know this because this is happening now, is everyone is pissed off and outraged over a transgender flag at Smithsburg Middle. I don't know any of the context. All I know is there's a picture of it up on the wall above a sign that says librarian, like a door, and it says librarian. So people don't want that. Also, E. Russell Hicks is transitioning children. So you have a friend of mine. I don't want to give too much information because it'll identify the student, but essentially you have a student that was transitioned by the school. They even had forms ready to change the name to a fictitious name not recognized by the courts, not a name change through the state of Maryland in any way, shape, or form. E. Russell Hicks, this is an 8th grader, okay, who is now changed the name to from one sex to another. I'm not trying to out this particular child. But long story short, that just happened. That's going on right now. So we elected a new board to fix these problems, and I do understand you're playing catch up with a very long laundry list of problems left from the previous board. But I do see one problem still sitting here right in front of me right now, and that's Dr. David Savine. He is a pedophile. Vel non. Period. Vel non. Pedophile. Vel non. You only have a track record of people who are trying to groom our children and people who are pushing gay, transgender crap down every single crevice of our children's throats. It's disgusting. They're under 18, don't talk about sex. It's real simple. I don't talk about straight sex with my straight child under 18. I don't want to talk about gay sex to my straight child under 18. There is reproductive health, that is a curriculum. Stop it with all this trying to tell kids they're boys or girls and girls are boys and you can switch genders. It's nonsense. The whole world has rebuked that way of thinking. There is no such thing as transgender children. There are people who have issues, mental issues, but by and large, it's being pushed by the teachers' unions and elements in the Democrat Party. It is not recognized by science. Stop teaching it to children. It's not acceptable. I'm not done yet.
Sean.
I was badly defamed by Stan Stauffer at the last meeting, and I am going to address that matter before this board. Stan Stauffer said myself and Miss Parkman, a mother of a disabled child, her son's name is Prince, not the artist formerly known as Prince. Anyway, Stan Stauffer said we represented other entities within the county. That is defamation. You tried to silence, not you guys, the previous board tried to silence the legitimacy of our concerns as parents of disabled children who have been harmed by WCPS by going around saying we represent other entities within the county. Who in the hell wants me to represent them, let alone an entity or an organization? I am being bashed by the Democrats. I'm being bashed by the Republicans. Obviously, I'm doing something right because I'm only concerned about my kids and my friends' children. The bottom line is I represent myself. I represent my son. Also, County Commissioner Randy Little Wiener Wagner called me out and said that I only came to these meetings for YouTube views and for money from YouTube. I get $0 from YouTube.
Excuse me, sir, your time is up.
Who are you?
Please step aside. Your time is up. Everyone else here is playing by the rules. You need to go. I'm sorry. This time is up.
Okay, rules that are ordinary, are arbitrary.
Everybody here has agreed that everyone gets 5 minutes.
Nobody agreed to that.
Agree to that. I know I did agree to that, and I am an attorney in the state of Maryland.
You have a pattern in practice.
In the First Amendment. I suggest you step back before you.
Are you an attorney too, like she is?
And a lawsuit.
I'm sorry, I'm listening to April
I
Zentmeyer.
do that for a living.
She's a lawyer.
I'd like to make a motion to recess.
I do that for a living.
We don't have a police officer here.
And we don't agree on any of this.
We need the police officer.
You need to step away.
You have to let me finish. You let everybody else finish for the last year. You have a pattern in practice and of course the conduct of letting people talk longer than 5 minutes.
Working and laughing.
Mr. Porter,
Where you're coming from.
that's why we have the time now.
It's because of viewpoint. She is on the opposite side of the viewpoint spectrum. That is why she's up here causing a scene. I'm going to finish my statement, so help me God.
He was
I'm going to
defamed
finish.
by the previous board.
You guys assassinated my
think
character,
that
not you,
that
but
is
the board did.
appropriate and should not be addressed. Shame on you.
Go ahead and
Shame
finish.
I'm redressing my grievances with WCPS right now.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, so anyway, I'm going to finish
Like,
up here.
tell all you want, I'm an Air Force veteran, and I do not get intimidated by the likes of you.
Sean, can you go ahead and finish?
I'm
and
going to
ask your
finish.
question? Go ahead. Have
You
her
stop the whack job over here from interrupting my speech.
finish. Just, would you please sit down? Both of you sit down and let Sean finish.
It's a rant, whatever you want to call it. I'll finish talking, lady.
It's freedom of speech and First Amendment. Maybe you need a recall back to the schools.
So anyway, you let people go for 10 minutes all the time before previously. I'm sorry. I'll explain the legal principle behind that to you later, but it would be viewpoint discrimination to cut me off before I'm done. I'm going to finish. So now that I have the floor and I'm going to finish, my free speech was stifled by teachers union advocate John Barr. He actually tried to pass a law, a county ordinance, to silence people from speaking impolitely or rudely during public meetings. He also tried to silence the rights of people to put political messages on their shirts with a countywide ordinance dress code. So John Barr helped the teachers union try to silence the free speech that was costing the teachers union candidates the election, which it did. Furthermore, Jeff Kid Killer Klein, a guy who killed a kid in a DUI accident and doesn't even care, lectured me about using naughty, no profanity words before my speech before the county commissioners. So I've had the government line up all teachers union sponsored candidates and try and silence and defame me, and it will not stand without answer. And I mean, I will go after anyone that interrupts my free speech or seeks to defame me. Don't try me. And in the meantime, this guy is your problem. We need this guy gone. Savine, you will listen to these newly elected board members We elected him. Do what they say, or you will be terminated. And you have grounds to fire him for cause and breach of contract. You don't have to wait for his contract to expire. You can go after this guy now. Thank you very much. Merry Christmas.